database or a cache store or something. I would never do a switch statement or to case here. But I just did a quick poor man's implementation of testing what the identifier is and returning the proper thing. I would obviously need to check whatever the language code is to do this correctly. And if I can't find it, I'm going to return the fallback value. Simple enough. They're very, very easy. This is exactly what binding is doing. Binding is simply taking the control and looking up its data context and figuring out what that path is, and then using reflection to go into the data context object and find the value of that path, and then returning that. That's all binding is doing. Now, binding is peeking into the control itself and saying, I need to find a data context of the control. So you need to give me a copy of that control first. And you don't see that anywhere here. But because of this argument service provider, some additional code here that I'm not using in this markup extension, but I've provided for you anyway, lets you use that argument to pull out the target object that you're dealing with, that the markup extension belongs to, and the property that you set it to. And using these two pieces of information, you can go out and get anything you want. You can travel up and down the visual tree. You can look up the data context of target object, and that's what binding does. So you can reflect into it. You can pretty much accomplish anything you need. You have all the information at your disposal here. And this one I don't even have to run, because the markup extension is manifesting itself at design time just fine. Now, if I change the name of that identifier to something that it is not, that it can't find, like first name 1, watch what happens. It falls back to the fallback value. But as soon as it can find it,